Welcome back to our insider's look at the Miss Universe pageant. I'm Wendy Fitzwilliam, Miss Universe 1998. A few days before the live telecast, the girls must compete in swimsuit and evening gown for their spot in the top 10. And of course we were there, both in front of and behind the scenes.
Ready? Funny face!
Only the top 10 will be competing for next week. But for today, everybody's competing, so we're all here, we're all excited. We're like sisters here.
I'm very happy to be here and very excited, but voy a dar lo mejor de mí para esta noche. Well, actually I'm quite calm. I expect to be a bit excited and anxious, but I'm not really. Yesterday at night, I was, and I'm sure, very sure, no nervous.
Tonight is a critical night for all 84 Miss Universe delegates.
The presentation show is really the most important competition because it is the time when all 84 of the delegates compete in both swimsuit and evening gown. And that's where the top 10 are chosen.
The identities of the girls who win the top 10 spots are kept under wraps and aren't revealed until the live telecast.
You always think, oh my God, what do they think about me? What are they writing about me?
You don't know what the judges like, you know, what they like or what they dislike. So I can only go out there and hope that they really like me.
Pageant choreographer Scott Grossman MCs the evening. Current Miss Universe Wendy Fitzwilliam and former Miss Universe Janelle Commission Chow help Scott out.
Welcome again, our high-flying delegate from the Cayman Islands. Tonight I'm co-hosting with Wendy, and I'm looking forward to it. At least I get to be on the stage and watch all 84 contestants in swimsuit and evening gown, so I'm getting a good first-hand view.
That's Japan.
And for the first time in pageant history, this presentation show is being broadcast live on local television in Trinidad. Tonight also happens to be Kimberly Pressler's 21st birthday.
I've had this string of good luck with the pageant if it's held on my birthday or anything that has in relation to it, so I'm hoping.
Though they're bearing it all for a live audience, Kimberly and the other girls seem comfortable in their swimsuits. Perhaps it's because there's much less emphasis on cleavage.
I applaud the pageant for discouraging openly plastic surgery and breast augmentation. In the 80s, it was very common, but as we're facing the new millennium, I think women are going for a far more natural look.
If you're not secure the way you are and you want to, change something, that's up to you. That's a personal decision in each and every person, and I respect it. I am very happy just the way I am, and I feel very comfortable with it.
The combination of high heels, flowing dresses, and steep staircases can be disastrous.
I think I was walking too fast as I was going down the steps, and my beaded gown was so slippery, and my heel got caught in that. However, as I was going down, I said, oh my God, and I stepped on that disc. I felt that I had to make up for that fall, so I went like this. And I was really glad and very grateful for the audience that they really felt for me and they applauded in spite of everything.
Miss Philippines' fall in the presentation show was probably a shock to the crowd, but her recovery won the adoration and a standing ovation from the crowd.
With the stress of the presentation show behind them, the girls are worry-free at the costume show the very next evening. Each delegate has a chance to get decked out in a costume that reflects their nation's culture.
This is a traditional Indian wedding outfit, which most Indian girls wear. It's a very typical color, but the style is very North Indian. It's called The Spirit of Trinidad, and basically it depicts a little bit of my personality, a little bit of angel and sexy and carnival and everything put together in one. Maybe I might give it a delegates are two of my very good friends in the competition, Miss Turks and Caicos and Miss US Virgin Islands, to come back to Trinidad.
Coming up, rehearsals become more intense as the live telecast draws near.
It's only 6:30. We're going to be here only another 24 hours. We're really behind. We have to work all night.
Miss Universe 1998. As pageant week wears on, the girls work really hard to prepare for the show and to stay beautiful. So let's see how they do it.
I'm just treating this like a really big fashion show. Just have fun. So it's a rehearsal. There's many people like this. So hello, hi.
Anxiety also sets in on the Miss Universe production team. After all, this event is televised live and is seen by millions. With only one day left to rehearse, executive producer Susan Winston fights to keep the show together.
I would say the most hectic day for me is dress rehearsal. It is the first time that you're putting all of the elements together. And we run our dress rehearsal like we do a real show.
As expected, not every day has been clear sailing for this crew.
I had the day of disaster when the Miami airport had been struck by lightning, that half of our technical crew was sitting in Los Angeles, unable to fly to Miami. The other part of it was sitting in Miami, unable to get out, where I had a stage that had not yet dried, and I had 265 people that needed to get on what was a wet stage, sitting out on the hot tarmac under unair-conditioned tents. My goal was to keep my sense of humor and that of everybody that was working with us.
Yes, it's good for you, see? Good job.
Choreographer Scott Grossman also keeps a sense of humor, even though this may be the biggest job of his career.
You know, this has been a big show. Honestly, this has been one of the biggest shows that we worked on a level of the scale.
Director Glenn Weiss calls every shot from the relative quiet of his control room.
Doing an opening number of that size took a lot more production time than we normally would spend on just an opening number. We spent practically a whole day on stage putting that on its feet.
And to pull the number off without a hitch or a trip, the delegates have to spend a lot of time on their feet.
At the moment, I'm a little bit tired. I'm hungry, so I'd like to go to have something to eat soon. So apart from that, I'm fine.
Even though the rehearsals can be exhausting, the delegates never forget there's a crown to be won.
Those are the one delegate who inspired all the others with their energy, spirit, kindness, and money. This year's Congeniality Award goes to, for this rehearsal, Michelle Square. Michelle from Mars. Michelle.
So who is this Michelle anyway?
Well, I am the assistant choreographer, and I win the awards because it's really not fair to have 84 different girls do it. It would be too long. Obviously, it takes long enough to do it just for myself to win.
Michelle, she wins every time. And she gets to be Miss Universe, Miss Teen USA, and Miss USA.
And Miss Teen's a riot.